Alright, so hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Um so for a change, I've actually mildly thought about what I plan on doing here. So what we have here is Donna. Apparently in the English version is Donna. You know, there's definitely not the two little dots changing that T into a D. But what can you say? Localization's weird. But the goal is not to go remote this time, but something closer to what I initially planned with the kind of similar to the Fuomoko thing that I wanted to do that I never finished because turned out it was way overscaled. A non-looping single sequence animation. Ideally what I'll have is something that functions similar to a stream alert animation. So it only needs to appear on the screen, do a thing, and then fade out of the screen after some time. The problem is actually how long does it need to be? Regardless, I'm just kind of like looking at Anna's design here again. She doesn't actually have a bag. I thought she had a bag on her when I was thinking about what to do in my head. Is it just the quiver and nothing else? My original vision was to go with a little post bag to bring a litter out of, but well, that doesn't exist, so one choice is to actually just go into the game and take a look, because her little memorial lobby does not include a bag. I know that for a fact, because she is getting changed in that. You could just skip the whole bag thing. Why do the other two members of the same guild have a bag? Actually, what's on this side? It's just her skirt coming around. Alright, either way, we're gonna just start throwing lines at the canvas and we're gonna see what sticks. Just same as usual. So, realistically, what I want to kind of end up happening, because we want to have a litter here. So, I think the litter should probably take up like the bottom portion of the frame here, like so. It can be quite large to basically handle the perspective, maybe a little bit flat and very wide. So that we can have a little bit of an upwards look, while also round face, slightly upwards while we go. Do we want the neck on a figure of this size? Probably not, right? That's always the question. So we're just gonna down a little bit. Also, while I'm using the emote base, we don't actually need to use the square as frame as a actual restriction. It's just the most convenient overflowing canvas that I just have on hand. I don't have to very rapidly make. So regardless, I think with this, kind of will be actually seeing the neck area. So she's got a scarf on where actually bring that around the neck area, kind of hide her this little middle and ribbon combination is basically just gonna take the centerpiece here, right? So this will be nice big ribbon like right in the center. That should be very eye-catching. Like over the frame of the middle. Although I actually need to like fold this out so that's like something like this. Where it's like kind of folding over her body. How do I get the... Otherwise the body needs to be able to... I want to have the hands together, right? Because basically we want thumb over the top and hand below. So thumb over the top, hand below of the because I want to bring the hands together. Something like this, right? The other matter is like, are we gonna roll with fingers or is this gonna go with mitten hand? Because that changes a lot in terms of what we can do here. Do we want to make the ribbon very oversized for the chibi figure? We want to keep it more within the boundaries of the body. So we'll keep it more within the boundaries of the body, then we're looking more at something like about this big. I had to probably define the hand a little bit more than I usually would with a very chibi figure, I think. Otherwise this isn't gonna work. The front of her dress, effectively, we can look at it similar to how an apron would be. Need these beads going around the neck. Well, we don't really need to worry about the body. They'll literally just have like two lines coming like straight down, 1, 2. It just depends if we want to do anything fun with the envelope here. And we want any details from any form of head turning. We'll want to turn to the left, right? So that we can show basically like this portion of the head to the front. Wow, didn't eyeball that very well at all. Oh, that's kind of horrific. Oh jeez. It should probably be further back. Should probably be like. Ba-la-ba-bum. Oh, whoa, don't do that. Alright, oh. Ah. Well, it's a good thing that this is largely symmetrical at this point. Flip. Oh dear. Alright, how do we need to do this? Bum, 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 bum. Hmm. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Ba-la-ba-ba-ba-ba-la-ba-ba-bum. Indeed. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Probably working through the draft of some frame planning here. Do I need to put this over her eyes completely? No, I want to pull this up a bit. Oh, that's very much the style. That's a style work with here. I'm not good with rigid lines. So either way, what do I need to do here? What am I doing? I need to bring this forward. As much as I should practice a more rigid shape at some point, or more defined shapes, it's also not what I like working with either. Personally, it's like also a personal choice. Alright, so this has to roll around her head this way. Pretty much the same spot, right? We're just turning the head. So that will bring this folds backwards, so it'll kind of bring this into A. Indeed. So this will fall the way. We want to bring the braid out. Where does this have to stop? I think the start frame will have to be right. Yeah, so the goal is to do a live 2D animation single sequence in this form that would be appropriate for like a stream alert. I have a little animation play when a stream alert happens. That is the current plan. I have thought about this plan for approximately 15 minutes before starting the stream, so you know, it may change. Also because I want to do something in live 2D that isn't like a full-blown VTuber model for a while, because I've been working on one and I want to start working on one for a while. So actually need to like kind of pull the braid, this braid here all the way out, right? So that this maybe have this swing around a little bit, like right around here. Don't need to have a separate motion plan for this. Not because I use Live 2D as my choice of animation programs. I do need to take into account the limitations as well. Because I can't do frame by frame stuff, I have to work around the limitations of distorting a single image into the shapes I want. The current problem being like how to deal with the fingers, because I'm really doing a chibi style, so I don't want to do like full height, like what is it, full defined fingers. It's either like stubby single fingers or just do what I usually do and go with the mitten hands. Yeah, this is what we call a Kiwi accent, better known as we pronounce our A's as E's, our E's as I's, and we don't know what happens to O's and U's. So if I sound really weird because of that, that is exactly why. I've also been told that I sound Swedish, I sound English, and I think there was one other European place that that I've been told I sound like I'm from, even though I've never been to Europe. Yeah, good old thumb and wrist of hand, because we can't have the whole hand be one object, because we all know that the thumb is not technically categorized as a finger. But that totally bad. Okay, so we're gonna have to have like a bit of the swing around. Just also need to figure out exactly how to split all the parts here, which is one thing. What do I want to do like right below the ear here? Probably just has to connect, right? What do I want to do with this? There's also the general problem that this is something I'm very aware of, but I do speak very fast. Which already makes it a little harder to understand me at times, and I also speak faster than I think, which you know, maybe as a streamer that is a good thing to have, or good trait to have, but it does mean that I slur words whenever what I'm thinking and what I'm saying don't match up quite exactly, and something weird comes out instead. I want this to be a back piece here. She's got short hair, but we still want to bring it in behind the center of her head, right? Like the bit that goes down the back of your neck, but on the chibi figure there is no neck. So what do I do with that part of hair? And the shoulder width isn't there either. What do I want to do with this? Probably just have one bit flick backwards and then just have one bit flick or try and pull in towards the body, right? Is that about the best I can do here? Okay, so I was thinking maybe to, in this part of the animation, to hold the litter up to the mouth. Kind of like, was it the hide your embarrassment behind something pose? Probably this is where having mitten hands would be better, because then I could just roll round shapes of the hand around the litter itself, and maybe have this be significantly shorter, yeah. And just roll this around the litter, and I don't need to worry about what the fingers are exactly doing, as long as this round shape of the hand is roughly hand-like. So basically, just hide the mouth a little bit. Arm will have to come back down into roughly where the body is. All good. What happens to the body at this point? The body would just be coming down like this. Do I want to go bean body, or do I want to go more of the hourglass body? I usually just go thumb and... Well, either I do like all 5 feet, like the full hand with the thumb and all the fingers, or I go thumb and... well, the rest of the fingers. I mean, one day I'll start doing the thing they do in like, a lot of Western cartoons where they do the 4 fingers. What was it again? The beautiful in-between of, it doesn't look completely weird that it's creating a uncanny valley situation, but also quick enough to create, but you don't have to draw 1 extra finger so that you can do the animations quickly or something. I get that. It's just like, what, a bit of grip, right? It was like how to define the grip. So hand comes up to here. What happens to the body at this point? Do I actually need to like bring this in? Or can I hide this part with something else? Because if I can hide joints, that is the best scenario. Because I do not want to be messing with joints in live 2D. I want to hide it if possible. I can use her scarf, right? Like if we bring the scarf like right down here, right between the body and the armpit, well basically over the armpit, don't have to worry about it as it's bringing the arm up. Oh, I fully understand that one. I've definitely done that as well. I mean, I tried to make it so that maybe it's a fist, so that if someone calls me lazy, it's like, it's a fist, you can't see the fingers. What are you talking about? And if they don't say it's a fist, like, yeah, this is a hand. Do I actually want to have the body at a slightly different angle here, or do I want to... bring the litter a little bit across? Like, just bring this part a little bit more this way. But that's more aligned with the body instead. And I always have a really hard time deciding on how to do the arms on Chibi. Because it's just it's like, what do I do about the shoulder, like the shoulder width? And how do I get the... do I just make the arms super long if I need to stretch the arms out so that they get around the head? Because one thing, I don't have a good grasp of how to get the, have a Chibi character reach up over their head, because it just feels like the arms become like super long. So this will put the ribbon, what, like, right about, I mean, the ribbon thing will still be like here, so like, I'll still go like here, 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 and then the other part side of the scarf will come down like right here. This part of the arm will go, what, behind the envelope, so we don't have to care about it too much, but we still need the full arm, I think, because this arm has to become this arm. Is that possible, right? Because if we just roll this over the top of the letter, so that we have the front part of the hand in front of the letter and the back part of the hand behind the letter. That is fine. Because if we're doing it this way, we can't flip the letter, which means that the opening of the envelope side has to be on this side. Which basically means is what? Holding it and then sliding it. Wait, let me. Do I have something that's like envelope like? Okay, so we go like this. We hold up to face. Hold on, let me think about this. Surprisingly, the thing that is currently being the problem is actually the opening of the envelope. Because right now it is facing the viewer, but that means we need to hold this way and then push it forward. Right now, in the black lines right now, the envelope is in front of the mouth, so I haven't drawn the mouth. The blue lines has the mouth included. Right, that means that this side is where the envelope... you can't see what I'm doing because I'm just holding something in front of my face right now, just trying to work out what exactly I'm looking at. This is where the opening of the envelope is, and then it has this... If we want to keep this in front so that I don't have to do any weird masking shit, this needs to go this way, down. Is that possible with the parts I have here? Ideally I don't want to do any weird masking because that always causes problems, I feel. Or it's more likely to create a problem. How would the hand have to slide around this so I want to just push it forward? We just slide the hand up the envelope into the position here. I don't know if you can see my cursor, but basically this will have to slide up here as the letter is coming forward so that it flattens out into the... Actually, yeah, flattens out in this shape. This round part of the hand will have to become the thumb, even though if you're holding a letter like this, these are 100% the fingers. And this is ideally the thumb down here as the front piece. Wait, is it? Yeah, because if you hold it like this, it has to be the fingers in the front. Will it look weird if this ball of a hand just slide forward and end up with like this thumb on top? Or am I gonna have to be lazy? I think I'm gonna have to be lazy because I don't think there's a good way to make this look nice while transitioning this. So I think realistically what's gonna happen is that we can't do the whole hands together, bringing the envelope forward. We're gonna have to go hands apart, thumb on the edge here. I think that's how we're gonna have to do it here. And this is what the top of the hand, so like the hand is something like this right now. Okay, we'll just leave like one. We'll just leave one as like that. No, this is gonna drive me insane if I look at it like that. So basically you're gonna have to go arms apart as the thing comes forward. Like so instead. And this would be the letter at this frame. So that I could just literally just flop this down and it won't look extra weird. We'll just like push out, even though it's still it's still what should have been the fingers suddenly becoming the thumb. Actually no, wait, at this angle will still be? Because if we go like this... Oh no, wait, no, we go... Oh, the opening of the envelope is causing such a problem. Because if it goes like this, you literally just go fingers in the front, thumb down. I might have to just do some weird masking stuff. Because I think it'll look really weird if it slides into this position. I think it has to be like a flop up and down. How do I do with that? Well, honestly, the other solution is to just go ball hand and just completely disregard the finger and thumb structure of the hand. That would actually solve a lot of problems, but in theory, right now the problem is that we have let's pretend that the letter in 3D space is currently looking like this. And we're currently trying to push it in an angle like this. So basically it goes from like flat, like so, into a flat plane like this. That's like the main issue with the motion right now. Because unless I mask exactly this fold out of there and turn it into a square block of an envelope, that detail is really difficult to hide. So that's what I'm trying to figure out a solution for right now. But realistically, if you're holding the yeah, that's also an option, isn't it? I mean, honestly, at this point, the hand isn't the problem. The hand is actually not the problem. The problem is 100% the fold of the envelope here. Because that is a detail that I'm currently just thinking of how to hide this. Because we're working in 2D and not 3D, because 3D this would actually be quite easy because the plane would just be a one-sided texture. But because we're working in 2D, the texture is two-sided effectively by default. Do I really just have to like? Because if okay, let me just think of what happens if I need to mask it. If I need to mask it, basically, can I take advantage of the fact that this is a plane and not a polygon of an object? Because an envelope is flat enough that I can treat it like a plane. If I have a square-shaped mask, how would I have to pull if I... Oh, technicalities. Oh, technicalities. Well, even if it's plain, the problem is not the design or patterns on the envelope. It is the structural form of the envelope itself. It's literally that fold you close in the stuff inside the envelope, like that thing. Like, that's actually causing all the problems right now. I know idea on this. Cause like, I mean, I can get away with not decorating a letter, like an envelope. I can't get away with not having the structure of the envelope, right? Like, that might be really cutting it a little bit. Because if I remove that, I still need some detail on it that signifies that it's a letter or envelope of some kind, ideally. And that will still create this plane that needs a detail on one side and not the other. I'm just trying to think of what happens when a mask is applied to this and how it has to move. Because masking in Live 2D isn't great. It is very much one of its functions that work, quote unquote. Okay, let's say that this fold on the envelope exists while it's being held up. So, because we always want the base, yeah, I mean, I think that can be solved just by holding the bottom of the letter and just having the fingers be not detailed enough to really work out whether it's the finger or the thumb. I think that is a fine enough solution that we can live with that. I mean, that is a problem in itself, but I think that is something with a viable solution without doing any weird technicalities. Because if you hand someone a letter, ideally this side should be on the bottom. So, well, I just need to think about it before I start drawing the parts, because if I don't do that now, then it'll just be a problem later. Because animation, frankly, especially with like these illustrations, is more preparation than actually execution. Like, honestly, the planning is fine, the execution is less of a problem. So if there's any weird things I need to work out now is the time to work them out, and not later. Because I'm also still in the drafting phase. So if I need to abandon this plan or this draft and start again, I'm not wasting as much time and effort. Okay, basically there'll be a point here where the letter is practically a plane, like literally flat. Use that as a transition point to fold the mask out on top of it, so that this part no longer shows when it's flat like here. Okay, I think that's probably the best solution. Alright, we'll work with that. Okay, problem solved. Or problem mostly solved. Still basically we'll have her body They're kind of coming down this way. It will go more of a beam body, then maybe we'll see a little bit of the ridge here as this transforms into her dress. So between this and this, let me just make this a different color. Basically, we want to go the head turn. So the head needs to be able to kind of. We need a little bit of upturn on the head. The letter, ideally, I think the letter is gonna have to go like this. Okay, now I think here we're just gonna need to have the full range of a nod here for the head. And is that all the core motions I need here? Everything else is basically just supporting motions. Envelope indeed. Why is there envelope emote? Where did that come from? At what point in someone's life did they require envelope emote? Ooh-wee. Now I'm also thinking, like, if I'm taking the effort to mask the top of the envelope, do I also just mask the hand at this point so that I can actually just go between the front and the back of the fingers of the hand? Yeah, that's like the thing, right? I think realistically, we're just going to have to take the whole letter. I should probably just take the letter, just like move it up a bit, move the hands down a little bit, so that grasping a bit lower on this thing, so that the hands like down here instead. Hide the eyes a little bit as well. This will be here. This will not be. Or this will be the top of it. But honestly, if I mask the letter itself to get that fold out there, I can actually have something on the top of the letter. Well, it's actually no longer a problem. So basically, like right about here, we need like a mask transition here. Right at this point in the motion where the letter becomes flat. Is that good enough to work off? That might be good enough to work off, I think, actually. Yeah, that's always a choice. Well, it also depends when animation starts, because at some point it has to show, right? Like that's. But realistically, the red is gonna be the opening of the animation. The blue is gonna be the end of it. Like regardless, the backside of the envelope will be visible at some point. Because it's not natural for human arms to be able to just push this forward in a way where it stays flat on the same side the whole time. You know what? I think this is actually good enough. Okay, now the question is how to do the parts. Because where I can, I just want to avoid any parts being too thin to begin with, because that always causes problems. I think the front view is probably where I want to start, right? I don't want to start any pieces on the side view. There's no reason to start any pieces on the side view. Alright, we'll just make everything based on the front view then. Let's just start doing lines for the actual final parts. Yeah, why not? Let's be brave. Okay, now do I use a symmetrical ruler, or do I just use a ruler in general to make sure that I'm centering on the canvas? Because centering on the canvas, it just makes things a lot less of a pain to deal with later. Let's center this on the canvas. Where's 1000? Right down here. Oh yikes, that was very off center. Do I want to make the canvas bigger? 2000 by 2000 should be good enough for what I'm doing, I think. Let's increase it by another 50%, just so I don't have any weird problems later. Yeah, I get that. Alright, where do I want to start? Let's just go head, I guess. Let's just do all the high level details that I need on the head. Also have to take into account that this is probably going to take longer, just given the fact that there is a head turn as part of the animation. So I have to account for that when it comes to scheduling and scaling off how much I actually want to do. I don't want to do the cheeks. I want to fight with the deformers to pull one cheek back and then to send one cheek out. Well, I just want to go over closer to square head here. Well, this bit's actually a bit less stressful because it's mostly just a matter of like what do I want to work with. But this is the part that I'm actually more familiar with. Namely, how much sometimes you have to fight with live 2D to make the shapes work. That's way too high up. Let's just bring this all the way down to like here. Since the most important thing with illustrated animations is the starting shape, much more than the required motion. Because the starting shape affects basically everything you can do with the illustration. Please don't pop all of that out. Okay, nice. Can I just roll the flat bottom here, or do I want to make this a little bit rounder? You know, once the stressful part is out of the way, it's actually not Too bad it'll just be going from one spot to the next on the up part. It is also just a habit of mine where I do eke out what I'm trying to do because it helps me think about exactly how I want to do it. Well, like it helps me rationalize what I'm doing and how to approach something. It is very much a habit that I've retained from doing software. So this needs to go into a folder. So you into folder, you into here. This is the hit shape. Actually, no, we'll call this hit and we'll call this one hit shape. Then inside hit, we want a folder called face. Alright, how many parts should the eye be? Do we want the little extension to be a separate part? That's probably not going to be relevant. Let's just do it as one piece. Okay, so we want to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 should work. Actually, wait, no. Was this going to cause a problem here with the not very defined side portion of the lash? I'm gonna have to cut that off and turn it into a separate piece, aren't I? Okay, so 1... Actually, no. What am I talking about? I didn't even do like the side portion of the lash when I'm doing chibi style. So we want to go eyes. Put this into a folder called right. Go. Where do we want to go? We're gonna go iris. Lash. We need a separate part for that. Indeed. Iris, lash. Do I need the side lash? That is the question here. Or just the curved part of the lash that I really don't want to have in the main body of it. Is that going to cause a problem? That is really the question here. Man, it's crazy that might be the part causing a problem. Well, like, I just cut it off and squish it in as it closes the eye. You know, theoretically, this is a part that I probably can actually get away with changing later. But I think for now, just include the side lash, side portion of the lash, the little corner part of the eye. That will just cause less pain later, probably. Okay, so we want to have an eye shape like this. If I can draw a curve at a respectable way. like this. Way too deep, but I say about there, and we'll just bring this curve in like a little bit earlier here. Can I pop this out? Glorious. Okay, so basically the side lash is going to have to... Okay, you need to be a dark. What can you be? You can be green. Basically, this is like that, which means that you need to literally encompass this portion of the lash only, so that I have most of the straight line in one part. I mean, I kind of have that right now, right? Like a little pumped up part. I just don't have like the ear of the bread going over the edge of the tin, right? Or like the edge of the tin is like right around the eye level, like between the noggin and the cheek. How thick do I need this to be? This one just needs to be like this, I think. Could get the job done. That means we do not. Is this currently snapping to my ruler? It is. Okay, just gonna cut this down to like here. That is mostly the straight portion, and then we just want to do the line again. And do we want to fold it out? Is the next question. How did I mess that up? Well, it's like only very mildly off. Oh wait, I can't easily distort this right now, can I? Well, that's a problem. That means I just need to redraw it. That's fine. Somewhere around there. Alright, cheers for stopping by. How do I feel about that? Okay, can I get away with just doing these? And then we just need to go from there. Hi, cheers to that. We'll just bring this out a little bit more this way. And then we'll just connect it like right here. Is that shape particles a problem? Probably not. Well, it depends. I haven't been very good about making shorts recently. I mean, honestly, I need to get around to making time lapses again. We'll see. We'll see what the final product is. It's also a matter of like if the. I don't really have a thing to put around a short right now in terms of a showcase, so it's better if I just make a time lapse into something, and a time lapse doesn't always fit inside the short's length requirement. That could have caused a problem. It shouldn't. That's too deep. I want to bring it in a little bit. Bring that in a little bit. I can live with that. Alright. And do I want this pot to be part of this? I think we do. We just bring this out and in. And we'll just have this little bit over the top of that. Pop that out. And do I need to connect that? No, I do not. Okay, we'll live with this. We want this little extended part on her lash. I really shouldn't point to the side. I should really point up, shouldn't it? How would I go about doing that? I would like to point this up, then I would like to go... You point this up early. That maybe? I can live with that. Alright, then we want to go a little flick. Probably right about here. Alright. Then. That could have caused a problem, that little flick. That actually might cause a problem. That might cause a problem because this has to bin. Okay, that has to be separated. What's the best way to separate this right now? we'll just go like this. We'll just go cut paste. Oh no, cut paste. And we'll say lash extension. Then we'll just go pop you, pop you, pop you, and then we just. Oh, did I cut? Oh wait. We want to copy and paste. Okay, glorious. We're doing like thicker, shorter eyebrows. I really should stand up. My back is starting to hurt. All right. Bum. Okay, so iris. Oh, wait. Okay, let's see. Okay, live with that. Okay, then we want to go eyes, mouth. I need to do upper lower lip, don't I? Alright. Here. Alright, what do I want to do here? 1, 2, 3. What do I want to do? Do I want to just make us roll for this? Bum, 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 bum. Alright, so we're gonna go front. Hum. Alright, so 1, 2. Enter. Let's see, 1, 2. Okay, we do not need this to snap. Hum. Oh, wait. One, 2, and 2. Hairlines, what here? Whoa. We'll do that. Okay, we'll go with that. Alright, how do I want to separate this left side here? Alright, let's go 1, 2, 3. Alright, let's go. Hum. Alright, so we're gonna go underneath and then we want to send at least one strand just flying up. And then does this have to braid in on the top? The braid crown needs to go over the top of the... Okay, we'll extend the line here. Yikes. Should there be more in? I want to bring that over her head a little bit lower. I need to bring that over her head a little bit slower. I just need to go wide. I think I'll just go wide here. How do we want to go with... I did have both ears on, so yep. I want to do ears. How's that to say? That's depending on where the braid is gonna sit. No, this line should be a different shape, shouldn't it? Really want the ear here. I don't need to space it though. Can I hide the ear here? Bu- bu- What it is the card. That's bu- I have to go ears here, right? Can I hide the lift ear effectively? There go the ears. That could work. Well, we'll do that. Go side here, right? Let's say right. I do not need this one. Folder. What do I want to do here? We're gonna go one, two. There you go, 4. We're gonna go 3. This is a loose side as well. Oh jeez. Ba, 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 ba. Hmm. Ba, 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 ba. Hum, 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 hum. Bum, bum. Hum, hum, hum. Put this on top and go. Ba, ba, la, ba, ba, la, ba, ba, ba. How's that? Go. Hum, hum. Alright, so this has to go. Hmm. Okay, how separated does this need to be? Hmm. Hmm. Um. Um. Alright. Hmm. Um. Alright. Blah, 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 blah. Mm, mm. Hmm. 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 Ba, ba, bum, ba, ba, bum. Alright, you know what? I think we'll just finish up here for the. I'm just thinking about what exactly to do with this braid. Whether it's in this right spot to begin with, and whether the shapes are the correct size. Feel like I've done something wrong with interp. This weird bit where it has to roll around the head. You know, I think the general issues that I think I thought out are solvable. Put that as a very generous way of saying it. Yahoge should be should it fold down a little bit more? Does it need to be split into two parts? Does it need to be split into two parts actually? I'll think about that too. But I'll have to use a mask regardless, just because envelopes have structural details that may or may not cause problems if I don't deal with it. So that is going to be a thing. So we're going to get a good old green not circle, but square for this piece to mask out that detail. Alright, but anyways, thank you very much for watching today's session of drafting. If you want to see more of this or things I do, maybe subscribe or following, depending on where you're from. If you like us, helps me out, and I'll see you again next time.